Hey, what's up? This is Scott Talinsky, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do some cool stuff with CSS. In this first example, we're going to be showing you how you can have content that reveals like a sliding door on hover using just CSS. So you have maybe like a square or a containing div, you hover over it, maybe it's even an image, it slides forward like a drawer being slided over or something like that, and it reveals something underneath. So we're going to get into that right now. So to go over what content we're starting with, we have a div with the class of container that's simply just this purple background. Then we have a div with a class of reveal wrapper that wraps around two other divs, one of which is reveal content, and the other is reveal top. Reveal content is the content that's going to be hidden initially, and reveal top is going to be the drawer that sits on top that hides this content and will slide away when you hover over it. Okay, so let's get started. We have this HTML here, and we don't really need to add anything else to it. However, you could put things in the reveal top if you'd like, and style it accordingly. Let's actually go ahead and expand the CSS here. So you can see that our H1 just has no margin, and I wouldn't normally do this with an H1 because obviously this is not the most important header on the site, especially if we're keeping it hidden, but just for size, and I didn't feel like styling it further than that, we're just using an H1 here, so don't worry too much about that. Now next we have just a margin to put it sort of in the center, just 200 pixels away from everything, and there's a slight border on the wrapper, which you cannot see yet because it's white and then purple, and then the border is a slight gray. And then we have this reveal content, which basically just has 100 pixels padding all the way around, background of white and a color of black. Okay, so let's get started by making our reveal top, which is, if you remember, the content that's going to sit on top of here actually do that. So we're going to make a CSS line right here that says reveal top. And now for reveal top, we're going to give this a color, and the color is going to be the same as this body color. So let's go ahead and grab this background. Okay, so we're saying that reveal top has this background color. We're also going to say that it is width of 100% as well as height of 100%. Now this doesn't do a whole lot at the moment because there's nothing in this content, right? So it's not really doing anything. However, when we add a position absolute, we can say position absolute. Okay, and we're going to assign this to be in the top 0 and then left 0. And now we need a position relative on the reveal wrapper so that it positions it relative to the wrapper itself and not your document here. So we can say position relative right there on the reveal wrapper. Okay, and now our sort of gray border here, this is now a little bit more visible. So what you see is that we have our hidden what you see is we have our reveal drawer, we have it sitting on top of our content, and we have this gray line to signify that there's even something there. Let's go ahead and add the state now that animates this off the screen. So let's add a hover state to the reveal wrapper, and we're going to say when reveal wrapper is hovered, and then we have a space and then a period here, we're going to say reveal top changes its position. Okay, and so what we're going to do to save it, to have it change its position, is we're going to say left negative 100%. Now what this is doing is it's effectively pushing it directly off the screen left, and when I say off the screen, I mean off of this container. So we have, now when you hover over, our hello is revealed. Now let's go ahead and add that transition. On reveal top, we're going to add a transition of 0.0 2 seconds, and we're going to say ease, and that's going to be for the left. Okay, so now let's hover over our square here, and we can see that this content is being revealed. Let's go ahead and slow up this animation a little bit. We can make it at 0.6 seconds. Might not be as snappy. There we go. So that's pretty smooth, right? And you can see that this is covering and revealing hello. Now, let's actually talk about something. When I make this background, something other than this purple, let's just make this blue. And you hover over this. You can see immediately that, yes, this drawer is sliding over, but it's just pushing it to the left. We want to add a overflow hidden to this purple div top here. There's enough of this blue. Let's actually just make this, let's make it a light gray. Okay, there we go. So let's add an overflow hidden to our reveal wrapper. And what this does is it makes it so that when that top slides away, it's no longer going to be seen because it's overflowing out of the wrapper and therefore going to be hidden. So when you hover over it, we now have our hello. So let's actually add a slight box shadow on the inside of this just to give it some depth. And of course you don't have to do this if you don't want. I'm also going to get rid of this border on the reveal wrapper. And on reveal content, I'm going to add a box hyphen shadow. And that's going to be 1 pixel, and then we're going to say 3 pixels, and we're going to say RGBA. Now I use RGBA so that we can use some opacity here, and that way it's not a strong black. And then finish it up with inset. If you're not familiar with RGBA, basically it's an RGB value with an alpha value at the end separated by commas. So an RGB value of 0, 0, 0 is black, where 255, 255, 255 is white. So RGBA just adds the opacity, the alpha channel at the end there. Okay, so we now have this inset box shadow. And it looks like that might just be a hair too subtle. So let's go ahead and bump up the spread a little bit and then make this less transparent. Okay. Cool, so now when you hover over it, you can see it almost looks like it has some depth. It's sitting behind there. Obviously, the thing that would have some depth might be a darker color than white or something like that, but we effectively have a push over drawer that is hidden by this wrapping div. And if you liked the look of it just getting pushed over and off to the side, just remove that overflow hidden and we have that same experience. Cool, so I hope this was informative. We now have content hiding other content. We have things being pushed over and animated. It's nothing crazy, but you can see with less than 40 lines of CSS, we can create some pretty nice little effects here. As always, this is Scott with Level Up Tuts. If you have any questions or comments, leave a comment on the video or hit us up at Twitter or Facebook. Pretty much anywhere, we love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.